Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome to my channel. If somehow you found yourself to this corner of the internet, then you probably already have some idea as to what content is already. There's basically its focus on video game Let's Plays. What you might also notice is the actual array of content is a little bit diversified to the point that there doesn't seem to be a specific theme. Like over the past year or so since I've started this channel, I've played through Dooms 1 through 3, then back to Doom 1. The Da Vinci Code on the PlayStation 2. I'm still playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I started a playthrough of Amnesia. There's not necessarily any specific theme or I'm trying to get at in regards to like some sort of angle for which Let's Plays that I tend to focus on, as much as I'm trying to focus on either one of two things: games that I enjoy or games that I haven't played. Because if there's anything that I've discovered as I've become an adult, so to speak, it's that the amount of time that I've focused on playing video games has greatly diminished. If left to my own whims, I'm just as likely to pick up a game that I've already played dozens and dozens of times again, as opposed to trying something new. And this kind of reminds me of a specific event that happened, I want to say last year or the year before, in which the internet had just stopped working at my house, and it was off for a good month, I think, which was a very, very boring time, because I was essentially relying on either my cell phone to provide some means of internet browsing or a lot of offline games. And that's one of the big issues that has come around with digital gaming, is that there's so many libraries that require you to have this internet connection. So when you don't have it, it's like, oh, you can't play these games right now. So I started looking at my back catalog, my collection of games, to see what I want to play. And I did start a couple games, but given enough time, I eventually just played Max Payne 2 again on the PlayStation 2. Castlevania Symphony of the Night again, rather than going for new experiences. So ultimately, that is the point of this channel, is to allow myself to kind of play more video games rather than sit around watching YouTube videos all day, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You're here. But it doesn't really allow myself to kind of like experience my preferred hobby, which is playing video games. And it also kind of pushes me towards playing new and different games that I might not have normally played otherwise. A few years back, I discovered Super Best Friends Play, a Let's Play channel that has, since that time, broken up. The group that had formed, the 2, then 3, then 4 people who made the content on that channel, has slowly diminished to now they're kind of all doing their separate things. But watching their Let's Plays has kind of increased my interest in the entire idea, to the point in which I wanted to make my own Let's Play video. So it's part due to my enjoyment of video games, but also because I enjoy discussing video games. And if there's anything that I've discovered as I've gotten older, is that there's only like that circle of friends that I know that happen to play video games. The actual act of discussing video games doesn't happen very often. So that's also kind of a third reason as to why this channel exists. To play video games, to experience new ones, and also to discuss the ideas of them. But I don't really consider that to be the beginning and the end of this channel. I don't think there's going to be a point in time in which video game LPs will be replaced in a similar manner to, like, I know there's like a few other channels that have kind of focused their attention on other types of videos to go on their own creative direction. And I think with like the video game LPs, it will always kind of exist because of the entire point is just getting me to play the games. But there are some things I would also like to discuss otherwise. I also like to discuss movies, books, and these kinds of things are likely going to happen on the last Thursday of every month, in which I try to compile like a channel update video. So I would like this channel to also kind of cover some of these other things that I would like to discuss. But the focal point is still going to be the video games. So it's really in that spirit why every video ends with me asking if you have any recommendations for video games. I'm going to try to compile a list of those recommendations in the About section of this channel. So if you want to see what's already been recommended, just click on the About button. If there are any notes about the game, like why I might be taking a longer time to get to that recommendation, I'll also add those there. I'm also going to put a list of all of the games that I've completed, and specifically links to those playlists in that About page. So if you have any recommendations, you're not sure if it has been played yet, you're not sure if it has been recommended yet, just check that out. But I'm always interested in like what people recommend playing, because I think I've played games so long to the point in which it's become easy to miss those specific titles over the years. Not to mention the fact that who knows? It's always good to have the experience. I mean, what am I going to do otherwise? Play Castlevania Symphony of the Night again? Thank you for watching. Questions, comments, recommendations for something to play next? Comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. So long for now. Die, monster! That you don't belong in this world.
It was not by my hand that I was once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute. You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. Have at you!